Hello, everyone. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast as well as my YouTube channel, Spiritual Sense. Today is December the 15th, which is a Thursday. And today I am going to speak on numerology. Numerology. What is numerology? I think we have heard about numerology. I'm not that too much in depth with numerology, but what I began to realize is that when you pay attention to certain things in regards to synchronicity, numerology is very relevant and important. So what is numerology? I'd like to start off by saying that this podcast, as well as this YouTube channel, is for entertainment purposes. And so getting into numerology, it's a belief in an occult, divine, or mystical relationship between a number and one or more coinciding events. It's also the study of the numerical value via an alphanumeric system of the letters and words and names. When numerology is applied to a person's name, it is a form of onomancy. Is often associated with the paranormal alongside astrology and similar divinatory arts. So there have been a long history of numerological ideas. So a numerologist use those in place of faith in numerical patterns and draw inferences from them, even if those people do not practice traditional numerology. So, in essence, numerology is used in such a manner to associate number and letters in a pattern. And once you begin to take note of how life happens, oftentimes you will find that God does have a way of giving you insight about things in terms of numbers. Oddly enough, it's done without even giving a thought to. It's done under his guidance. So it says the dynamic vibration of numerology numbers has a profound effect on our lives. With so much energy surrounding us, it can be easy to take the influence for granted. So you can do this by calculating your core numbers, the blueprint to your life's journey, your life path number. You have your impression number, birth date number, your name, numerology compatibility. I'm getting myself tongue-tied today. And it was a time where I would see stuff like this. I've always been one of those people that was into the paranormal and things of that sort. But when it came to astrology and numerology, because it is a complex system to pay attention to, I said, this stuff is just foolish nonsense. What the heck is this? I'm not so deep into a lot of this information, but I will present this information because you will begin to see how certain things parallel in the universe. And God has his way of enlightening us in terms of numerology. It's a language in this. As it mentions, it's the study of numbers and their frequencies as they relate to our lives, purpose, and paths. So I'm going to go into your life path number. Is comparable to your sun sign and astrology. If you take your full date of birth, say, for instance, it has March 29th, 1969, you will start by writing out your full birth date. So if your birthday is the date that I just mentioned, 3/29/1969, it will be 3 plus 2 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 9, which would give you 39. Then you would do 3 plus 9, which equals 12. Then 1 plus 2, which equals 3. So your life path number would be what? 3. So I'm not going to do mine, but I'm going to go over the different life paths. It has 1 through 33. And I'm going to proceed to read those. So let's say if you're life path 1, the independent leader. Well, you're a natural born leader, self-starter. You will love, you must learn to embrace your individuality. So you, on life path 1, you're an independent leader. Life path 2, the peacemaker. 2 is the most resilient number in astrology. The 2 leads with the heart just as much as it does with a rational mind. So you must learn to love and believe in yourself unconditionally and find the balance between giving and receiving. So you're the peacemaker. If you are a life path 2, life path 3, the communicator. Life path 3 are the communicators in numerology. Their work lies in learning not to exaggerate negativity or over dramatize problems. So you must learn to eliminate unnecessary gossip and drama in your everyday life. You are the communicator. Life path 4, the builder. So 4, backbone energy. They're systematic, methodical, and organized, striving for structure and stability. So you must find stability in your own inner and outer life, from the emotional to physical to mental and material realms. You are the builder. Life path 5, the traveler. The energy of the life path 5 is far-reaching. You can expect change and transformation throughout your lifetime. This is your number. Try not to get too restless or indulgent. Warning against escapism and addiction to avoid boredom, and encouraging the value of moderation. You are the traveler. Life path 6. Life path 6, the nurturer. Life path 6 are naturally caring and like to live their lives in service of others. But as any given person knows, it's important to give yourself too. Give to yourself too. In your quest to help others, you must learn to find the middle ground between assisting and enabling. That's the nurturer. Life path 7, the seeker. Life path 7s are the wisdom seekers of numerology. They're most motivated by the pursuit of truth, knowledge, and their own sacred calling. The emotional realm may feel awkward for them. They must learn to communicate and express their emotions and affections in this life. You're the seeker. Life path 8, the powerhouse. Life path 8s are ambitious, hardworking, and often very materially successful. They have no problem with being an authority figure, but with that comes the responsibility of checking that power. You must work through personal power issues and learn not to let anything or anyone disempower you or disempower others. So you're the powerhouse if you're an 8. Life path 9, the humanitarian. And last but not least, so life path 9s are motivated by humanitarian efforts and service to others. The number is associated with endings, being the final single digit. You must learn to accept, let go, and move on from any misfortune of the past. You must learn to accept and forgive anything that or anyone who has previously caused you harm. So what I'm going to do, let me see if I'm able to get a pen. And I'm sorry, I am not prepared for this. I'm gonna see if I got a pen. I don't even think I have a pen to write. So I can just proceed to find what my life path is. So let's go back. Okay. Okay. So if I proceed to do mine, I'm gonna just take a bit of a scratch paper, and I am going to do mine. So, and I think this is very interesting to do. So with my life path, I'm going to actually bring out a calculator. How about that? And that should help me with my life path. So we have okay. So group 7. Okay. So that puts me at a 5. The traveler. The energy of the life path 5 is far-reaching, who says you can expect constant change and transformation throughout your lifetime. If this is your number, just try not to get too restless and indulgent, warning against escapism and addiction to avoid boredom, and encouraging the value of moderation. So I'm the traveler. Again, I mentioned before that I have a gypsy spirit. It's a gypsy spirit. So I think, in essence, with this particular life path, you find yourself always moving, seeking, in a sense, even though we do have path 7 as the seeker. So we're going to go to master numbers. There are 3 instances when your life path number must not be a single digit number, but rather a 2-digit master number. Those numbers are 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 3. If you calculated your life path number and it reduces to any of those 3 master numbers, you have a master number life path. Master numbers are associated with struggle, but with that achievement as well. Master numbers have heavy energy as well as heavier lessons, giving these folks a lot of depth and great potential. As an example, you might think 22 will reduce to 4, or the builder life path, but 22 actually like a supercharged 4, making them a master architect. So a life path 1-1. Think of yourself as amplified life path 2. The life path 1-1 is highly sensitive, practicality to the point of being psychic. However, this sensitivity can lead to nervousness, skepticism, and scattered thinking. So it's important for those folks to be mindful of overthinking and mistrust while also listening to that inner voice and intuition. Now, if you're a life path 22, going to be like a life path 4 to the extreme. Given that we know 4s are the builders of numerology, 22s are the master architects. And if this is your life path number, then 22 is the most powerful number in the numerology. You probably are a productive master, and you have the ability to do really great work in this lifetime. Now, if you are a 33, it's all about unconditional love and higher consciousness. Consider life path 6s, who are nurturing and concerned with humanity. Life path 33 takes the loving energy to the next level and is considered to be the master teacher of numerology, as well as the most evolved spiritually in seeking numbers. We have angel numbers. It's important to note that angel numbers are not actually rooted in the ancient practice of numerology. So it mentions that angel numbers should be taken with a grain of salt. And if you are particularly connected to certain numbers and number sequences, you can absolutely ascribe your own meanings to them in the case of angel numbers. So it mentions 111 associated with new beginnings. You're in a great pace of manifesting your dreams. 111 is an indication that the energy around you right now is right for taking healthy risks, shifting patterns, or moving projects or relationships forward. 222, metaphorically farming, as in planting seeds and working towards your harvest. When you're wondering whether you are on the right path in the area of life, seeing 222 can be a welcome confirmation from the angels that you've headed in the right direction and should keep plugging along patiently. So it's associated with harmonious partnerships from business to romance. 333, the number of prayers answered, and a reminder that the universe knows what you want and what you are working towards. If you catch this number a lot, know that supportive opportunities and resources are headed your way. 444 is an angel number that simply indicates you are divinely supported and your angels are near. Seeing this number can bring a feeling of comfort and reassurance when you're feeling discouraged. 555, prepare for a change and potentially a dramatic one at that. 555 is about big shifts and growth spurts. Seeing 555 when things feel chaotic or unfamiliar is a comforting reminder from the angels that transition can be intense, even when we are experiencing the exciting changes we long for. 666, commonly associated with the devil, is very grounded in nurturing energy. It is not uncommon to see it when you're looking for more stability or healing in your life, and it can also serve as a reminder to strive for that balance. 777, you may see it during phases in your life when you're focusing on that path or on incorporating new spiritual practices. It also relates to being of service to the world, and it gives given that it honors the spiritual connectedness of all things. 888, it's the number of abundance, extra auspicious sign. If you're in need of some luck, you might see it on a check from someone you're working with, indicating a prosperous connection or path. 999. So it's a sign that something in your life is coming to an end. If you're losing steam towards the end of a project, reminding you that success or the finishing line is right around the corner. So basically, this is just this person account of numerology. I'm using this as a guide in regards to numerology because it's I think God has his way of giving us signs and clues by way of numerology. And when you begin to take note of certain things, God does have a way of enlightening us by numerology. It is very in-depth. When you get into things of the sort. I think when you begin to get off into when you begin to see things, when your spiritual sensibility has been heightened, and you begin to take note of synchronicity, laws of attraction, and things of that sort. Certain people that are in spirit related fields, such as the study of numerology or astrology. Many people may not be aware or even know what exactly these people are conveying, but I think it's a fragment of something on a bigger, higher scale. And if the God spiritually have you in tune, you'll begin to pick up on, okay, now I get what they're talking about. Because a lot of people won't get it. They won't gain that insight, but God does have a way of speaking to us. If you pay attention and you ask for prompt understanding, he's going to gear your eyes towards it as such, and you'll begin to understand how the development of understanding come from. Okay, so I am going to conclude this episode of Spiritual Sense speaking about numerology, and I will proceed to go into some information in regards to astrology. So stay tuned for that.